It's the cops. My bad. Had it wrong. It's the cops. It's the cops, bro. Free scumbag. It's the cops. Alright. Time to finding out what the frick happened. Ow! Mm-mm. Mm. It's the cops. Whoops. So it's nothing with this guy we know. We can't talk to Edgeworth yet. And everything I present to Meekins, he doesn't really care. Like, I swear to God, this kid doesn't. Maybe I just gotta present him everything again. No, he doesn't care about that. What about this? Now, I know you have something to do with this, Maine. Oh my god. Are you freaking kidding me? I lost where I was. I'm pretty sure it was like right here. Yeah, he's scared of knives, you know. And he saw it in his dream. Oh, does he care about this? Oh wait, yeah, we already showed this. What am I talking about, bro? And we showed him all of this, so um, I'm a bit confused. All right, let's test this maybe. Doesn't care about this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she told us this already. Yep. I'm sure there's nothing to talk to her about. We need to talk to Edgeworth, but this kid is not here right now. And he had a freaking... Why? You know, I'm scared. I think that Gumshoe might die in this chapter, bro. And if he dies, I'm never playing this game again. He's too precious to die. And we already examined these. Like, I don't really know what to do, dude. Wait, maybe I need to examine stuff again? Like, I swear to God, I've literally done everything. So, like, is he done with us? I'm so confused. Help! 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 Okay, I know what you're thinking. Oh, I'm stupid enough to have not been able to figure this out or something, or notice this blood stain, but I promise you everything in this room is examined and fixed. Everything. And I already presented him, like, literally everything. I already talked to him about everything. I went to this guy. I talked to this kid about everything. Freaking John Marston about everything. He had no idea. I literally presented, like, everything. I examined his office. I freaking did. I swear to God, I did everything, bro. Already done with Grant and stuff. We already talked to him. I already presented Officer Meekins, like, with basically everything. Like, I already know this card thing. I did all this. You know, I would have assumed he would have said that his name was on here. We already figured out freaking Edgeworth was on here. Now, nobody else that I could see. I mean, I talked to that lady. I presented it. Nothing. I don't know what to do. Wait, why is he blinking like that? What the frick? What the fudge, bro? What the heck? Steven, if you don't help me, I'm gonna go insane. What, am I supposed to go here, talk to her about something? Nope. I don't think so. Probably not present stuff to her. What can I fudge and do, man? Oh yeah, I already, I'm trying to remember. Did you talk to the bald man? To the bald man. Oh, fudge, my freaking pen. The bald man. I know you're not talking about Grant. Who the frick is the bald man? But you know what I have done? I've talked to everybody I can. And nothing is triggering anything. And we know there was blood on this thing. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I've talked to the bald man, though. Did you present Goodman's note? The gum. Yeah, pretty sure I have. But let me make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah, yeah, I did this. Gumshoes. I thought you were saying that as a joke, but I didn't know. Yeah, he was the most surprised with the SL, blah blah blah. That was his first big case. Yeah, what with the evidence? Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Is this the note you're talking about, or are you talking about a different note? Because I swear to God, I've literally presented everything to this kid. Did you examine all of the lockers? Yes, I assure you I did. And let me make sure I'm not tripping. Boom, bam, 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 beema. Let's go over here. Yeah, pretty much examine everything. Did you present the ID card? Yes, I did. To him? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me make sure. Yeah, I did. I wonder if I'm supposed to present it to that, to this John Marston guy, because I swear to God, that's the case. Oh yeah, we already did this. Yeah, I already did this. Freaking, yeah, I know. We got the thing. Sorry, I entered the evidence room, asked the man in his place ID. Yeah, we know he didn't do that. Then suddenly he bought a knife at me, yeah. His name is Jake Marshall? John Marston, JM. That is not a coincidence. John Marston out here. Yeah, why would he do that? Alright, compadre. Yeah, then he gave us that. That was it. And then maybe you should show this list to other people with IDs here. Right? But how the frick do I do that? Did you talk to Edge Hedge? I tried to. He wasn't there. And I don't trust him anymore because he's freaking... He was freaking... in his chest? What's up with that chest thing? I'm very curious. Why does it say like they're cornering us? Like they're basically gonna corner me? Like this is what I'm interpreting, right? From this, like, bro, this is like me, and this is like all the freaking, I don't know. Hedge. So he said to present it to other suckers, right? And I did do that to Gumshoe, and I did it to this chick, and she basically said nothing to it, dude. She was like, "Did you want tea?" Yep. So I showed that to Meekins too. So I don't understand. I've showed literally everything to this guy. Probably not this though. Yeah, I don't think he understands anyway. I thought for sure he would have been in this because how would he be able to get into the ID room without a card thing? See, like, why is he saying he doesn't know anything about that? I'm trying to remember. Member. That's why I have Taco Bell and you don't. Do you present the crime photo to Angel? Yeah. Oh wait, the crime photo. I represented a lot to that chick, so let me just make sure. Yeah, as soon as this is over, you know, I don't even care. Like, this case is the most... I hate this one so far. My least favorite. The crime photo, it was this one, right? Yeah, crime photo. Pretty sure I did. But even I get flustered sometimes, so he went straight to the scene of the crime. Arrest was an effort to stop the murder. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the problem. You'll hold my testimony. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did this before. Yeah, listen, little girl. Just like that time. That time. And then we press her, then we talk to her. And then we go get... Then she gives us a steak so we can go bribe Officer Marshall. Officer Marston. I'm about one step from freaking Googling this because I'm so tired of this case. Like, I just want to get the investigating part over so I can do the last trial and get the frick out of here. That's all I want to do, man. Do you examine the shards on the floor in the evidence room? Yes. Let me go back to it. These things, yeah, and then guess what we get from that? We get the, we rebuilt the this thing. I wonder if we're supposed to check this somehow. Like, what the heck are we supposed to do with this? You know what? If you're actually serious, you sprayed everything right? Yes. So lost where you're at. Handprint and everything? Yep. What's the purpose of a bottomless jar? Okay. I'm pretty sure that did nothing. Did that? Wait. Analyze this blood. See, I wanted to analyze this with the sprayer thing, but the vase is so freaking minuscule. Wait, don't tell me this is like the key to everything I've been missing. Oh. Is that seriously all we gotta do, Bab? Alright, now surely that unlocked something. Maybe we could talk to Detective Gay over here. Nope. However, can we represent it to him now? Nope. Go see if Edgewedge is in the prosecutor's office. Afraid to say the real gamer word? The F word? No. It's cause I'm a moo-moo. A Muslim. I'm just kidding. Not for long anymore. I've had some doubts for a while now. I don't know if I want to keep being a moo-moo. Anyway, let's go to the frickin' prosecutor's office. Nope, this kid still isn't here, but you know what? Case files, yeah. And why are we seeing, like, Detective Edgeworth? Like, yeah. What the heck? What the frick do you want? And by the way, like, look at this. It's like, blue looks like it's in a tight spot, right? The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Mounted knights have really sharp edges. And check out the poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. See? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. See? Don't you get me? Don't you get... You had what? I had doubts. The religion, yo. I'm not gonna lie. I went to a mosque too. The people are really mean there. It's just a religion I grew up with. So I was just like kind of freaking used to it. I just kind of grew into it. I didn't really get my choice. I didn't really have a choice. Oh yeah, freaking the old bag or whatever. Yeah. Dude, I'm so freaking confused. And I saw an edit yesterday, right? Someone was wearing this jacket, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't Edgeworth, because Edgeworth has gray eyes. And I talked to my friend about it, and the guy in the edit, he had, like, brown eyes. It wasn't spoilers, it was just showing the dude. Unless I'm stupid, and somehow maybe his eyes grew gray. I'm so confused, dude. It's the gaps. Hold on. Oh no. I thought, Yo, I'm freaking tired of this. I didn't really understand this. Wait, have you presented the ID record to Gumball? ID. Not the ID, but the records. I'm pretty sure I presented almost everything to that scumbag. Let me see though. Okay, let's go back. The records. This? Pretty sure I did. Yeah, and he said like Edgeworth came in here. Yeah. I did this already. A second number, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah. Yeah, we knew that. See, and I don't really get to talk to him about that. That was literally it, so... How many times did you spray the handprint? Only once? Do we have to do that again? If so, this game is wrong. Hold on. Let's slide real quick. Okay, where's the freaking... Is this enough freaking sprays for you? Oh! Spray it more? There's no way this game is making you do this. The fudge. Because I did spray this before, they made me examine it, and yeah, that was it. You're joking! Oh, I swear to God, I sprayed this room upside down. Of course, of course. I never encountered this. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. It's called luminoil testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from you. The frick is that? How Edgeball should be? Now Edgeball should be in the room. Yo. Tell me if my theory is kind of true, but is Edgeworth like... Okay, maybe it's too significant for me to be asking this, but I feel like he's gonna do something really bad. It's the chest thing, and then the flashbacks. Not the flashbacks, but the little like spirit things to like gumshoe. What the heck is going on? It's giving me the heebie-jeebies, and I don't trust Edward. Oh my God, this kid. Ah, guess, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Edgeworth here? Standing by the window. Right. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district's prosecutor office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Second, we just got out of his office. He brought me the latest information, it seems. What the frick? Was it helpful? A new restaurant? Are you serious right now, man? think he was trying to console me. What the heck? On the other side, for Mr. Edgeworth, I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. How about you, Inquiry Committee? So how did the Inquiry Committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. I believe that too, actually. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time again. Again? Ever since that case 2 years ago. I have a better question. Why were you there? Say it. Alright, I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? Record of ID card usage? Yeah, and why are you there? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. Sucky, you didn't tell us. Something suspicious is going on. I was asked to go. I knew there was something up with that guy, bro. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up. Oh no! What? He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office, but it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. What the heck? On the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. Are you serious? It has nothing to do with the current case? Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. We have 3 pages of freaking evidence. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Shut the frick up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? I'm still the prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police tomorrow. Okay. Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police. Oh, still? Wow. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Whoa, why is he acting like that? And what's up with this chest, dude? Okay. I'm sure we can, show him more. Show him this. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very second. Yeah, okay. My best evidence? I'll show him this. It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Oh. Okay. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Right, tell me the freaking truth, yeah? Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy. So, the Grant guy. Yep. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? This Y was a deputy. Yeah, what the heck? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murder. If I let him go, blood would be on my hands. We want our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. And he was innocent too, right? Because that's what that chick said. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Guess I would do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. Yeah, right, bro. You freaking cheated on the one before DL6. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science... Huh? Yes, of course. Why just today, Mr. Wright? Why are you telling him that? Don't tell him that. Lumen oil testing fluid, Okay, now we're done, bruh. Wait, I eat paper? Oh, wait, you already got the right piece of evidence? Are you serious? Well then, you might have use for this. Oh, snap! Okay, he's being generous. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me, are you sure we are the enemy, you know? I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Ugh. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these finger... He wants us to solve this. Thanks. But I don't trust him still because of this chessboard, dude. Right. Alright. Well, let's go. When you eventually play Apollo Justice, this trilogy sequel, can I help you on that? I'm only... Bro, if Phoenix Wright isn't in it, I'm not playing it. I saw him too. Apollo, he looks like a... Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that on Twitch. Hearing this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use a secret weapon we just borrowed. I don't... Okay, right, so first, choose a finger. Second, finger leaves... Oh, okay. Definitely, ooh, wait, definitely the thumb. The thumb, bruh. Let's choose this thumb right here. Choose the birdie first. He's in it, not in the way you think, though. Phoenix Wright is in it! Wait, I gotta play it, actually. Okay. Now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I'm starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Okay. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Sucker, what do you mean? How do you do that? Wow, very exciting. Okay. I put so much. I'm blowing. What the heck? Oh, I see. Hold on. I think I did something like this in my criminal justice class. You found one, but this looks nothing like a fingerprint. I did it with some sort of chalk though. As you mentioned it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Are you serious? Out of luck. The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Sucker, are you serious? Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Yeah, let's look at the other locker. Outside the blood? What? Like this. That definitely looks like it. Okay, let's sprinkle this around. Right, there you go. Is this not fully done, second? How much? How is Phoenix right in it, bro? You gotta tell me, bro. Second. Finally. Anyways, print took a lot of effort. Fine, let's match it up to right anyway. So we're not done yet. Squad process. Okay. Data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person. Huh? Am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. It's probably Gumshoe. What the freak? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, we could look at, like, who looks the most like it. That's kind of hard. Definitely not this. No. No. Who am I on right now? Dick Gumshoe? Okay, so it's obviously him. That's what I thought. Well, yeah, there was another print. Let's go check it out, yeah. It was over here, actually, so let's, spray that. Right. Okay, so, how do we use what we just do? Where's that at? Well, second, how do we... Second... Do we have to examine it? Check for prints, second. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? Oh, snap. Are you serious? I'd say it's pretty high. Let's go for... What the fudge? What? What the frick? I don't even know what I just clicked on. Ah, but there is a fingerprint here. Yeah, just let's waste all of this, bro. Alright, let's see who this is. No. Nope. No. No. Yeah. Oh, it was just Jake Marshall. The luminol reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are in the same freaking place. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. I knew he was suspicious. Everybody in this game is suspicious. Why would Officer Marshall do it? Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh my god, are we going to court? Okay, finally. Alright. I just want to get this over with. I'm so tired of this whole thing. I just want to see Maya. That's all I want to see, man. Okay. I think the prosecution is as confused. I don't think so. Victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. This grand dude is suspicious as frig, meh. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. Dang. So how'd it go? As Mr. Wright suspects, the police are clueless. We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean. Are you serious? Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's a trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall? You have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Guy? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Oh, I'm freaking scared. Yikes. Oh, snap. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lorna Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. Sucker, we have no evidence that he was slain at the frickin' the evidence room. It's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Because it wasn't the victim! Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car, which is really suspicious. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as a prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls... the suspect of the murder that occurred... Oh, Mr. Meekins. Mr. Meekins didn't freaking do it, bruh. Look at him. He doesn't even know where he is. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be the murderer, sir. Are you serious right now? So you're telling us you're a professional killer. Sir, it was me, sir. Oh my god, dude. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. Sir, you gotta believe me, sir. Oh my god, this idiot. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. Person whose actions adult can't possibly comprehend. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir? Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Finally! Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. That's weird. Who assigned you to do that? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen. Huh. I rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. No, you didn't. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. We're gonna press him on everything first of all. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Shut up, bro. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defendant may begin his cross-examination. I mean, the defense. What I need here is more info to work with. Yeah. Although it's not my normal duty, I was, yep. So we're gonna press him on that. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits. So, how could he have possibly... Who told him to do that? Evidence transfer was taking place on this day of the crime, which meant many officers... okay. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I don't want to see this thing again. I was just... That was my... So why were you in the evidence room? What? After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to... Oh. Did you have a card, Mr. Meekins? Tell us, what did you see when you got there? It's about a suspicious man. Let's press him on this. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. Oh, okay. So then your ID number should be listed on here, right? I asked him this yesterday and he didn't give me the freaking answer. There it is. I found it. This is the one right here. Could you please read us a number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number. I see, huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Oh, that is correct. I'm surprised they didn't get us to point that out. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything. What the heck? I see, so it was during that second time when... Huh. That's a bit weird. That was when I spotted, yeah. This guy, I don't think he did it. I think he was told to do something and now he's keeping. What the frick is wrong with his eyes? I was only doing what I was trying to do. Yeah, see what I mean? Be more specific, yeah. That's when I reacted, sir. That's how I got this gash on my hand. It's funny, because the defendant also has it. I feel like he's lying. Saw the blood trickling down my arm. I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Fought for my life, then I did it. Sucker, shut the frick up. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look like the type, but I'm really in a kung fu film, sir. Bro. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched a knife from him. Why are these people lying? You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. If you performed a disarming maneuver, how could you kill him? I see. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. That makes no sense. The next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. That's such a freaking... After I passed out, yep. So, first of all, if we look in the picture of the trunk, his coat is not covered in blood. So that's a contradiction. No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Right. According to the report, officer woke up. The witness. It's around. It was about 5:30. Why can't we just get the security camera? I'm right in the head too. Okay. Your mission? Yes, sir. I returned to the entrance before things got out of hand. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? Good question. Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. What? What? Chief Gant delivered it to me this morning, sir? The chief delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from a security camera. Oh my god. This is all we need. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. It looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Let's see it then. Oh my god, it's like an actual video? What the frick? Is this like, did he have a camera to his chest? What the heck? Okay, so we see the victim walk by. Like, okay. And the victim was, oh, okay. Oh, then Officer Meekins comes. Oh, he's... No! The thing turned freaking around. What kind of garbage security system is this? And this was at 3:02? So, it was kind of obvious that Mr. Meekins did not make him pass out. I mean, kill him. Bro, well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings during... The frick was that wriggling piece of plywood? So that it... Really, Edgeworth? That's the one thing you're interested in? Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Second, that shows all the evidence we need. He didn't kill him. Did you see that? He was about to stab him. Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Are you serious? No! Alright, go ahead. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was detected. Yes, there is. We don't even see his face. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must have been him. No one else could have unlocked it. Some paper fell. I wonder what that was. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to been Detective Goodman. Alright, I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Second, the contradiction was that he said he killed him. Like he's lying. Can't be clearly seen in the video. There's no question that the other person... Yes, there was a lot of question. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. Huh. Frick, there's gotta be a contradiction in that. He opened the locker, which required detective... I swear to God, Gumshoe said something like they could still access it or something. Rubber glove? Ugh. Can we watch this video again? I feel like it would take too long. Was that guy wearing gloves? I can't tell. And let's see if we even saw him opening it. That glove fell out. He's not wearing gloves, and he was able to open it, but he didn't scan his finger, it didn't look like. What? Okay, he must have freaking got his hand, but the question is, how did Officer Meekins not die, dude? So freaking weird. Oh, this on detective print can unlock an indicator lamp. Lights up. Indicator lamp lights up. Yeah, this fell out, so he was trying to get SO9. I'm kind of confused. They said the lamp will light up. Man, I wish we could fast forward this video because then I'd have to watch this again and see if that actually happens. And I'm not too sure. So... I mean, we only saw him open it. Okay, let's see it again. Surely, okay, this is what it looks like when it's off. I'm sure, right? That light is on. It was unlocked before. Oh my God. It was unlocked before. So we're gonna use this. Can we press him on this first though? It doesn't need to be. Is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I tried myself. The only spot. the methods he tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, the locker he opened is unquestionable. Yeah, but it was unlocked. So the contradiction is in this statement. And I feel like I'm gonna get that wrong too, because like maybe it's the wrong time to say it, but that is for sure unlocked. So let's do that. And if I get it wrong, whatever. That has to be it. Oh, whoops. Let's present it. That's what I'm talking about. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. Wait. Are you serious? It's not what I thought. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to this alleged... Yo, oh, I'll point it out. I'll freaking point it out. It's the light. But, wait. Oh, I thought it's only the light. What is Phoenix talking about? Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. Okay, I got this. I got this. Oh, okay. Please don't play it too many times. Okay. How'd this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates it might not be him? Man, this video is creepy, too. It's right here. It's right here. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins? Sir? Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is released. But that light was already on, so it was already unlocked. According to my very limited experience, sir, that's the way I understand it, sir. Why is this creepy music still playing? If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. That light was still on, boy. No, you won't. I'm just like that, bro. That light is still on. Why is the video still playing? Can we stop this? When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Okay, Phoenix, just explain it, like, quickly, dude. Like, what is this kid doing? Oh, he's just trying to... Oh my god, I could have just said that, okay? The light was on. It was on the whole time. What's this? It's already... Don't you love the music? No, the music sucks! It's already lit. Yep, precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. So why are you saying you killed him? Why are you lying? What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Well, obviously it wasn't. It must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any... Sucker! Oh well, it just goes to show... No, it goes to show that that guy Grant is behind this, the frickin' chief. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Miran? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Yes. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. Are you serious? What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, Bro, oh my god, dude. Phoenix can't function without Mia. Maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jam the sensor? Say. There's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. Again? Okay. These controls are weird. I'm not too sure. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. And then we're gonna pause it. Huh. What could possibly... Well, if the light's already on, he doesn't have a freaking... You know what? It was the glove. Hold on, hold on. No, it wasn't. No way. Oh my god, no way it was the glove, actually, never mind. Because we would have seen the glove sticking out. This music is really annoying. What could it possibly be? Let's go forward a little bit when Meekins comes, and let's see if we find anything that could have possibly... I'm not even seeing anything. What the heck? Oh, wait, okay, well, let's come again, right? What the frig could have? And where did he go, bro? Alright, Steven, I need a hint, dude. I'm confused. Okay. What? What could have possibly jammed this? I don't know, that glove kind of fell out instantly, wouldn't it be the glove? Well, I guess there's no harm in trying to see if it's the glove. Let's see if it is. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Wait, was that right? Please tell me that was right. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sure, it's been my experience that things fall out of the doors when opened. I often fall out. Why are you lying? We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Ah, yes, the glove, for sure. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times I get stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing my tie choky. But the object will have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Yeah, that glove was. It would also have to block electrical currents. That's why it was made out of rubber. It's a rubber glove, Edgeworth. It would need to be an insulator? An insulator? There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I don't have it figured out. I don't know what he's talking about. Wait a minute. What is an insulator? It's gotta be the glove, because the glove is freaking rubber. What are you talking about? Joe jammed it? Shut the frick up. What's an insulator? Hold on, I gotta see. Insulator, because I'm just an idiot, and I just don't know what that means, okay? A substance which does not... Yeah, that literally is the rubber glove. Stop playing with me, bae. Extremely thin rubber glove. Yes, it was. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. As a tag that says SO9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening a locker. But that isn't the case. This lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir? It would appear so, sir. Do you know Joe? Shut the frick up. I'm not falling for it. So are we to believe that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The evidence was in the video. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. How do you know? The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? He's not the one who opened the freaking locker. I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Right. It's Mystery Man 2. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Frick. But, you know, Gumshoe said you could get multiple ID cards if you've forgotten it, right? So, maybe it was a different ID card. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card. And how do you know that? We're gonna press him on that last statement. An ID card record? I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. Yeah, I have it too. Oh, wait. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why was there so few people using this room? Oh? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Yeah, right. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. What? What does that mean? There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleared up by noon. How do you know? You were busy getting that reward, right? Alright, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Right, so we're gonna press him on the last thing, because I think that's a bit suspicious. Or, not suspicious, but he's being very vague about it. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. Yeah, exactly. Why did he attack you if he had it? There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. Man, I need Mia. Hey, Gumshoe told me... Oh my god, we have so much evidence. And what does this jar have to do with anything? Okay, we're gonna save right now. Hold on, let me put my phone on the charger. All right. I have no doubt he used an ID card, but I have a feeling it has something to do with this. Let's look through the evidence some more. I don't think it's on page 1. Let's see here. $514. Like, did you see him? Like, he's being so vague. That's weird. I hope that guy doesn't show up again. Can only be submitted to Chief of Police. Lost item! This contradicts that statement, bruh. Get the freak out of here! Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense? When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report. It's only halfway complete. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime, which is his ID card. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there's a no, it is for sure because he was filling out the number. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order, order, order. Does the prosecution have a response? Yeah? What's it gonna be? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. What am I supposed to say? Thank you? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. but that was planned. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yeah? What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. Yeah. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is, well, I guess that's right. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't gonna end well. Wait, what is he talking about? Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place. That's what I'm trying to say. I agree with you. Because there can't be two bodies of the same person, can there? So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. The murder being... Oh, snap. No. Well, I mean, that's not what it meant. Okay. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Okay, now we're back at step one. See, now I don't want to have to re-explain myself. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? I think this guy killed the victim. This trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Okay, buddy. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana... Right, hold up. How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? We're gonna object, I guess? One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? The cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. But... the heck? However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses would be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Prosecutions considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Bring in, Officer Marshall. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. That's what I thought. That's right, do you mean, Your Honor? The defense would like to request a specific witness. Whom do you have in mind? Someone you have reason to believe that knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. Yeah, Officer Marshall. Prosecution's request to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name? Officer Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding their room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. Court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is poenated. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yikes. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? Will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Dang. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You call for Jake Marshall. Seems you figured everything out. Why do I have to figure it out? Why can't you just tell me? If you just told me, then none of this, I wouldn't have to figure it out. Lana, you're the only one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? That's what I'm saying. Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. Second, how can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. And she was probably just about to tell us. Thanks, Scumworth. I mean, Chew. What? Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of that, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, Detective. You better be, pal. Hey. 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 I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? What? Oh. You mean this, right? What the freak is happening? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. What? My name? Watch me get in trouble for this? I never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? Curly ticket with a wallet cheese French fried burrito. What kind of burrito? Good God, never eating one of these again. It was not worth the $2. Why did my previous 2 messages not pop up? No, they did. At least I think. Luckily, the first cross-examinations I was able to figure out really easily. But I don't know about these other ones. Oh God. Wait, whoops, freak. I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I brought them here. Here, you might do well to read them. Can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Oh snap. Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. Okay. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident... Is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as... the Joe Dart killings. The Joe... No, Lana. That's over with. She ran away? Are you serious? You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Stark, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. Don't worry, I will. Dang. February 24th. Alright, let's continue and beat this kid. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. He's drinking in court. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization, occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling winds? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as balanced as a desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Alright, let's see. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone. Oh my god. In English, please? They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. Besides, we're gonna press them on that later. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time. What? I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for yours, Beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I was gonna press him on that, but I guess Phoenix already did. I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? It's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Alright. My job was to keep an eye on that. Say I was supposed to... Yeah, you know what? Let's just arrest this guy. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No, Desperado, I know Let's rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence. Oh, okay, that was a lie. You know what? He did that. Oh my god. Let's go back and let's look at the I bet you the person who did this right here, it was definitely him. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. Liar. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. It's quite, incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. Oh. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? If I remember right there, yeah. Let's press him on this too. What were you doing in a place like that? I was... okay. Not even angel steak lunches? Okay. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. It's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want a raise this year? Okay, that has nothing to do with this. Shut the frick up. If you plan to pin me to do this crime, then you better do it raw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. I steal horses waiting, carrying me back. Okay. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have anything. I've seen anything. Oh, I know he's lying. I know I saw his freaking, fingerprints on that evidence room thing. Before I use it, though, I better up the ante. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. When Tom dies in there, I was the caretaker. You interred them? When the time will come, I'd erase the tape. Nothing is unusual as recorded tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. They told him they erased that tape, man. Each time I erased the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy's a flair for the dramatic, but isn't doing it. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. I know he did, though. This guy's hard to understand. Eat the file and quit your lawyer job? No! I'm a good lawyer. My glorious King Mouse Edgeworth sighting? I'm here? Man, fake Edgeworth. I hate him so much. He's so annoying. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security cameras. Huh. So, Phoenix said I should obviously lay off on showing that he was in the evidence room, but I don't know what else I'd be able to show. Said I was supposed to... Yeah, so he wasn't there, we know that. 2 security rooms, yeah. Right, was it blah blah blah? No. Okay. That's a defendant's muffler. Yeah, we know that. I feel like it has to... Who was this? It was him. I'm telling you it was. Can we present this? That was wrong. Frick! We messed up. Yikes. So, we know that. Let's press him on it, actually. Yeah, he knows. Blah, blah, blah. It's not good. Quite incredible. Yeah, it was one on. Okay. Street side saloon. Huh. Street side saloon. So, okay. Just trying to think. He wasn't there, we know that. I'm gonna look at the evidence again. I'm telling you, that first person that came in when it said that was definitely him. That's just the, actually, hold on, let's look at this. And we know somehow, You know what? I think he's a freaking killer. He's gotta be. This is the, hold on. Oh, wait, we didn't even look at this. Hold on, let's look at that first. Okay. Joe Dark, whoever the frick that was, sentenced dead. Victims. Dang! Those are a lot of people. Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, witnesses Lon Sky, Emma Sky. Okay. Investigation Task Force, executive investigators. Lon Sky. Head investigators Bruce Goodman, investigators. Oh, okay. Bruce Goodman. It feels like, are they trying to cover this up? Yo, I'm a little lost here. Not this, If you could tell us the exact time it went down, then, I don't even know. Okay, so we know the, this and the security camera. And I think he has access to that. But I'm still very confused. Man. That doesn't have anything to do with it. This could potentially, hold on. So we know 2 bloody handprints here. Man. Yo, Steven, I need a hint, bro. I don't understand. God, this toilet is gone. How about you dump some evidence on me? How about that? Help me, Steven. Give me one hint. I need to figure it out. Give me a second. Oh. I hate this guy, bro. What the fudge? Does he have a line of text that says, like I said? I remember I was besides your protected devices. Anyway, they said I was supposed to. I don't get this guy's freaking cowboy talk, bro. I mean, this one says ice. This one says they said. Let me press on. I'm pretty sure I pressed on everything, but you never know. I told you that ain't my style. Said he hasn't been there in weeks. Says this about this. Yeah. I think it's quite incredible. Eating spaghetti. Alright, and then the last thing of this was... Because, I mean... Yeah. Pretty sure I pressed on everything now. Yeah, it's only this that I'm seeing, and I pressed everything. Next one. Besides, we're about to use security systems anyway. Next. Right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. Sent fingerprints too, if I remember. See, that's what I'm saying. I would have his specific fingerprints, right? Because we know on this one, like you're sure. Positive. How the heck was I supposed to figure that out, bro? I knew it was the thing, but Phoenix was like, oh, I better hold up on my trump card because I want to freaking up the ante first. Freaking, I'm never listening to him again, bro. That is you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene, or to be exact, a handprint. Humph. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. Pay my respects, that is, to make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. Yeah, but it was bloodied fingerprints. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Dang, this guy is tall. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? Fudge. Blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Luminol. Well, Officer Marshall? Seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulder. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be, but it was bloodied. One of them just so happened to be the same. Second, you wouldn't touch the frickin' blood-stained handprint. The murder touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. How do you know it was the murderer that did that, yo? The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know? Wait, he doesn't have a freaking locker. The heck? He doesn't work there. He's not a detective anymore. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, he doesn't know that. How would you know that? See, I had nothing to do with it. I saw two contradictions right there, yeah? Although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without a doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I could feel it. Right, I know there's two contradictions in there. So natural, one of them just blah blah, murder test. There's no way. How do you know that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. And how would he know that? So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves, having to place their hand on top of Mr. on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Yeah, and it's not your locker because you don't work there anymore. Your locker? Yeah, you don't freaking work there anymore. Wait, the mayor touched the locker. Where am I? Wait, did he say? I'm pretty sure he said my locker. I think I misread this. So I'm gonna be at the same place. There's no freaking way. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker, see, my locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. It's not your locker, though. The chances of that happening are million to one. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are a million to one. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. How the frick do you know? Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's gotta do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder. Second, how? Yeah, what is this kid talking about? And I thought that was a homophone. Guess I'm wrong. And yeah, we know that. Okay, we're gonna go back to the start. We're gonna press minus. That's because you put, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. Sucker, you can't use that. It's not yours. All that's in there now, those a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint book all this time without ever knowing it. Man, are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood in the dessert is just food for the buzzers. There's only one reality, and that's this. Oh, okay. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. Isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue. How do we know? Oh, you know what? I bet you it was him. Let's watch this video again. Dang. See, and does he just like leave like that? We've gotta see him leaving. Come on now. He leaves though, right? Come on. What? Wait, was that there before? It wasn't. Oh my god, that is stuffed in his stuff. That's wrong? There's no way! Oh, you're joking. Oh, okay. You saw that he stuffed the freaking, his code in there. Oh, nah. That was you. What do you mean by that? You want me to tie this crime up? Blah, blah, blah. So, the video's the only direct evidence you have. That is next use. No, it's not, Phoenix Sucker. The freaking... Yeah, well, that's true, but, like, he was in the hard corner. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. Yep. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can't show us that, I can. The evidence, show evidence. That evidence was him stuffing the freaking thing in his own locker. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. Shut the frick up. Let's have another look at the video. I know exactly what it is. We're gonna fast forward. He stuffed that in his own locker, yo. Now watch. Right there. Uh-huh. This. That's gotta be it. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? No. Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white claw sticking out, that was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. He isn't nowhere to be seen, and this kid is on the freaking floor, so there's no freaking way. So meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. He put the freaking code there. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order, order. It would seem that the only... Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? It wasn't. That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Yeah, it does, because the light wasn't on, suck it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? 'Cause you are. The light was probably off, wasn't it? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade. But you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say open that locker. Now prove it. It's in the freaking video. Fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. Well, what kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. See? So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? What the frick is he chewing on? I only got one word for you, partner. No. Order. Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. He's sweating. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole, please. Ole, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? It's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can. Have a look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? Wait, guys, hold on. Wait, frick. Wait. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Sucker, he was the killer. Officer Marshall was standing right there. So Officer Meekins didn't notice him standing there. It's almost as credible as Meekins' warp theory. Your chamber's empty, partner. What? Are you serious? Oh, are you freaking kidding me? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Perhaps you should think a little bit. Officer Meekins should have seen him in the evidence room. That means the only place he could have been would be... well then, let's hear it. I'm not too sure. See, oh, he had just coming in, right? He was coming in. That's where he came from. Why are they saying the guy was right there? What are you talking about? He was at a blind spot. He was on the floor, dude. Well. Frick, I have 2 more chances. Yeah, Steven, give me my second hit right now, bro. I'm freaking confused, bro. Are you, am I what? Were you accidentally dropped? I already, okay, if he's the killer, I pointed at the killer and they marked me wrong for it. And I said what do you mean? I'm just confused. Bro, if I can freaking rewind back on their words, maybe understand them a little bit better, bro. Oh my god. It's the blue V. They're asking where Officer Meekins was. I thought they're asking where Officer Marshall is. What? That's what I said! It's the same thing! What? What? I believe the victim in the video. Wait, hold on. Wait, you know why? No, listen, let me explain to you. You know why? You're good at thinking, but not good at picking the choice you thought. That's what I'm saying. You know why? It's because I'm thinking when I mean killer, I'm in my mind, I'm like, oh, the killer's the guy, right? So why would he be called the victim? But I forgot the rest of the court still thinks that the victim is that guy, right? So I didn't know. I didn't freaking know. Oh my god, oh my god. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir, and guess what? He didn't give it! He pulled a knife on him. Exactly. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Guess he would have needed it to enter the evidence room. So he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it because it wasn't his face. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Press him like your mother pressing a child for failing math class. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. We've got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective, unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. This is pretty circumstantial. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems like you're the one who couldn't take the dessert heat. So obvious he's the one. What can I do? What the frick is Edgeworth doing? It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Why is this guy still being a freaking moron to me? We literally fixed everything. I defended you. We kissed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'll pass on what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for our Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. To put his coat inside, second. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. whatever. I have evidence, so this is the only... Dude, it's the coat! After committing the crime... Okay, let me save this just freaking in case, guys. Please show us why the... What did he say? Oh, let's rewind. It's your coat, buddy. What do you have to say to that? Alright, partner. You really want to know the reason I had to open my locker? Why? So I could stuff you in there. Huh? I'm sure the world will be a better place with you sent off to the boneyard. Unfortunately, unsolved cases can't be stored in the evidence room. No! How is it not the freaking something went wrong in that evidence room? That's why Marshall had to open his locker. To put the code inside, Belle. The unexpected event itself is the reason. I'd better have another crack at this. According to the defense's argument, Jake Marshall dressed up as a detective at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. Don't tell me that's not a freaking... Okay, hold on. Let's look. What the frick is a white... What's... White coat? Okay, you know what? That's gotta be the only thing, dude. Or to, like, put the knife in? I don't freaking know. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opens it in order to put the cloth inside. So what is this piece of cloth? Very well, let's take another yet. Okay, after committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Because he was leaving. Steven, bro, please help, bro, please. Wait, it's 'cause it's the glove. Wait, no, it wasn't. We saw the glove at the crime, did we not? Did we see the glove at the crime? I think that might be, it might be the glove. I'm on the toilet again. Dang, man, you have to have a fast metabolism. This is the proof, bro. Only fast metabolism people have that issue, bro. I need help, bro. I would have to say it's the glove, bro. Because he was, like, putting the glove back while he was already exiting? Like... Frick. Well, maybe it's not the coat because he'd have to take off the coat really fast. So maybe it really is the frickin'... Maybe it really is the frickin', glove. But that doesn't even look like a glove, though, bro. Why he had to open the locker. You what the fudge? What's so funny? My friend, she's an artist. She sent me Phoenix Wright in a very weird position. Man, I wish I could show it to the stream, bro. It's so freaking funny. Yo, and you know what else is funny? Is that I'm about to die. Okay, I need help. You have an artist friend? Hit me up with them. You've talked to this artist friend, by the way. They always come in my chat. I always need more art of my character. Bro, help me. I've been with this freaking case, bro. Blood on the jackets. There was blood on the jacket? Are you serious? That must have been, This thing is in the freaking way, yo. Oh. Oh, yeah, right, because... Oh, my God. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. Yet? However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. The white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. Bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated you. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. Meekins is a goat. Bro, it's his... 2 years ago. If you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. Seems the time has come. Is he still lying about his freaking... I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Me too. Like, how does this proving the defendant, like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have press him every statement. Got you. Traces of large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Because he killed Goodman, dude. Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess he's the donor. That much blood, though? Yeah. Almost time for Ace Attorney 2. Oh my god, I can't pick a weight, bro. I'm freaking tired of this. I wish I could have just skipped this case. Do you even have to ask, partner? That's on 9 incident. 2 years ago, I passed since the case was closed. It was going. Not if anything to do with it. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. Where's your artist friends? Oh, how much do they want? What is their art? Bro, you know this person, GunXXF, that hops in my chat? That's them. Next time they hop into this chat, or actually I could just tell them now. Their art style's pretty realistic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, fudge. Alright, anyway. No matter what the cost. Haven't seen them in chat in a while. They pop in sometimes. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But he could, because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. That's why he killed him. That's when he killed him. He pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off. Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is one in a million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to show his ID. I have to think a little more about his race this year. Why did Edgeworth get so much influence? Who's the best Maudie? Anyway, he threw himself at me. I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. Me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say. Why does he have a knife in court? Get him out. Who's the king? Not you. So you knocked Officer Meekins out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day, there wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? Still missing, Your Honor. It was the defendant. What? Or it was, no, it was Goodman's. Yeah, it was Goodman's. Wait, somebody else, what? Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Far away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer? This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. Can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine, and I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why? Why? But the case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I could say for sure is he deserved a sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. Oh, frick. Oh, snap. Yo, this is the longest case I have ever done. Jesus Christ. Wait, whoops, I didn't mean it. Let's go on his last thing and present, something. That would be the reason why. Is it because, what, he got freaking fired? Guess a number between 1 and 5. Guess. 3. 3. Yes, sir. 3. Bang, bang, pow, pow, kabang. That's what you present. Bang, bang, cow. Pow. The cow. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. What do you want to present? Like a gun? Do we have a gun? Bang! Bang. Give me a second. Paper? It's paper. You know how much paper I have? Not this, not that. No, not this. SL9? Oh, what the frick? This doesn't really explain things. Stack of paper? Well, then it's obviously this. But before I do this, please tell me this is the right thing, because I always get what I'm freaking, I always freaking pick the wrong thing. It is? Then it's gotta be this. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name, Marshall, is mentioned in here. And a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. Oh, K. What the fudge? He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. He was a prosecutor. He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. I thought that was about Carmel. Now, I remember Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right, he was killed. The case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murders of Damon Gantz, or Damon Gantz, the deputy chief of police. The group of detectives are part of work done to them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Ugh. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence, and that was all we needed. He was... Is this arranged? And incarcerated. Arranged? You know what? Shut the freak up. I'm not... Have you eaten another burrito? Did you not learn your lesson, bro? Don't you trust me by now? I don't trust myself. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day that Esselman... okay. Not satisfied with Summer's plan to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Dang. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered on the day of the blah blah blah, that means a murder in the prosecutor's office. Parking lot was... No! I'll tell you what, he killed Jimmy. The times are too close together for it to be too planned out. Your toilet will be next. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. Whoa. But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. I don't know how to pronounce that. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. No! I rest my case. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Just proving the alleged murder at the police department. Oh, come on, bro. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize I would end up proving Lana's guilty. Now then, time for the verdict. No! Objection! Objection! Who is it now? Your Honor, wait. Emma. The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for 1 minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Aww. How nice. Panel and ID card. Thank you. I was kind of shocked. I mean, finding out that dude, I hate this case so much. I just want to go on. I hate Emma. She just saved this freaking thing. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective's gumshoes locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Bruh, are you, is that all? Dang, bro, why is Phoenix so mean? It's okay to be wrong. Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. Are you freaking kidding me? If anyone could save Lon, it's you. Me? Oh my god. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? Appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. She can't do her job, bro. She's like 16, bruh. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Yeah, they never really talked about that. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be more of use, but still. If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be... Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. Could be wrong with that handprint on the detective's gumshoes locker. Could be something I'm objecting. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Wasn't built for it. She should quit? Dang! Completely changed the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Oh, he is. Let's be honest here. Very well, Mr. Wright. All this evidence here. There's gotta be something I can use. The question is, the item can prove something is missing in the floor plans? Sucker! You should go work at Taco Bell as janitor. Guys, hold on. I will be right back. gave you the answers. Yeah, but which one is first? You said panel and ID card. What the frick is... Panel? In the order I sent them. Where the frick is the panel at, yeah? Wait. Blue badger panel? What? This thing? I would have never guessed that in a million years. What about that piece of plywood? Well, let me read what you guys said. I'm expecting her to be exceptional when they allowed her to work on a real lawsuit when she's 15. She's not working here. She's only viewing it with us. She only tried to do what Maya did and give us time. And by the way, no matter how old you are, they're not gonna allow you to work on one, but you definitely can participate in one no matter how old you are. You could be like 6 and you'll be like a witness in a you'd still have to participate in it, you know what I mean? Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please take a look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at the spot on the locker. What? So, what exactly does this mean? This means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker? Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. It must have been before. That's what I'm saying. He killed him before this whole thing happened because there was a pool of blood there anyway. The police department's evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice. One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. I think it was really cool how they did that. The problem is the other time. Plus, we can't even see the floor anyway. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you to show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? Prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well. Then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. Wait, I can't save. Wait, I can't save. You said it was the ID, right? Because, but let me. I want to know. Okay, the reason why it was the ID, right, was because that's when he first stole it, and that's when, you know, he was filing out that report. So it is this ID card. This is the proof. It's quite simple, you see. If it's so simple, then don't get it wrong. Huh? You know what, Steven? I'm gonna kill you. I didn't get to save. I didn't get to save. But I'm pretty sure I saved really close to the stuff anyway, so. I was gonna save, but then it wouldn't let me. Yeah, it was this, so. Let's get past all this. Don't get stuff wrong. Shut the frick up. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm the only mod left standing. Did Gun XXF die? Probably. Yeah. Shut the frick up, man. Yeah, okay. The thing is... if the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to and in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. The ID card record. Sir Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. The crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting at it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the lumen oil test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the yeah, by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. 420. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. Congrats, you're on the next investigation. He went in with 7777. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is. That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 777777 belonged to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Gantz, the Grant guy, the Gant, bro. That's ridiculous. Just how? Not finished talking, Mr. Right? Jesus, okay. It's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted, an official charge. You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. It's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's what I want to ask. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. That Cell 9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat this question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him find Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least I did. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why wouldn't you answer him? Yeah, you guys are really alike, aren't you? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Even if it involved forging. Oh, snap. See? That's what I'm talking about. No. Oh my god, the frickin' jury is so loud. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Oh, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Please tell me this case is over. Just tell me it's over. Just tell me it's over. Oh god. Yeah, no more burritos. What the frick did I say? Wright and Co. law offices.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Dang.
I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly, that's why she used me.
What? What happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was killed, Joe Dark tried to kill me? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. Steven, this is the last thing, right? So in my sister's office, we're planning to eat dinner. To the office, Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. Before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I could still see it now. Permanent picture. Joe Dark knocked down Mr. Eraser's knife. Dang. Don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just couldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any. No, I only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why Lana. It's why she made up the crime. Dang! Oh, snap. Dang. She became cold. Something that's puzzling me, Emma. You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? There's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview. I fled into my sister's office. Why did I run all the way over to your sister's office? Defense offices. Dang. Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. What? Dang. Let's talk to her. Mr. Wright, seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana. Emma told me about you. Oh? How you were a detective 2 years ago. How the SM9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. And how obsessive Officer Marshall could be. It really wasn't fair, was it? Couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. All drama aside, the matter of the fact is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Emma, this doesn't involve you, just me. Dang. Serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We're desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Mercer was trying to save me from Dark. See, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Me and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. Investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let down their guards, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Grant and myself. That's where he found me. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What'd you do? To be honest, I panicked. Picked up Emma and carried her out of the room and just held her. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? That's right. Quite a coincidence. I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. Guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gann and I shared. The office that Mr. Gann now occupies by himself, the chief's office. We should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. See Detective Gumshoe anywhere? Oh yeah, where's the, it's probably over here. Whoops, I forgot. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. He's not taken in yet? I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Case. Oh, I love. Wait, what the heck? Quesera. You never know where life will lead you, Bambina. I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know it won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why'd you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I need to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? It's like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. You mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. Murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. Scars that SL9 isn't left behind? There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? They did something to him, too. The commissioners would get suspicious. Now, they were careful enough to not be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gann and Lana Sky. The investigation led Damon Gann and his second-in-command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Or I'm talking to frick. Yeah, Damon Gann, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Scott was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me what happened to my sister.
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. What a secret. It all started 2 years ago. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. With the highest honor that very day. King of prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day that some incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right, it was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years have already gone already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. After Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him the evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator, adios, Bambina. Dang, he was a good guy. Yikes. Anyway, let's go inside. Whoops. Not what I meant. Thanks. Chief Prosecutor saying, Sir Edgeworth, not to mention our statement, there's some more chaos about Thanksgiving, I think festive. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gantz. She's the connecting hallway. You ruined it! What the freak? Piano in here? Where am I? Chief's office, silly, at least that's what it said on the door. Check out that plyboard again, and that's her, isn't it? What the frick? I can remember where C was. Hmm? Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading at his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. Provocative statement. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? It's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. This is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Something's not right with the space. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm gonna walk out, so let's get out of here. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Excuse me? Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied a request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. Like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Are we seriously about to sneak in? Bro, there's still one more day? I thought the trials couldn't go over freaking 3 days. Oops. Alright, let's just go to Edgeworth's office. See if he's here. Hmm. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Dang. See, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office? It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. It sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. Falsifies evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has a whole world after his blood. Yikes. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Honest Guy's the guilty party here, isn't she? Kill him? Don't you ever talk about my boy Gumworth like that. Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that. Gumballs? Yeah, leave Gumballs alone. But as you know, there's been a lot of rumors going on about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who didn't like him. But now with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with the talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of making enemies. Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch sometime again. Whoa! You don't have any problem with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Girls pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file. Also, I thought these cases were only supposed to last 3 days, bro. Well, did you find out anything? why is this taking so long? I thought this was done. Dude, and imagine like real life, like these freaking these court cases. Oh my god, bro. Jesus Christ. Guys, I just want to finish this case, but I'm probably gonna get off, bro. So freaking tired. Well, I'll finish this stupid case tomorrow. Jesus. Good night, everyone.